Hi there, in this tutorial we will learn how to create a cover design in Adobe Photoshop. You may have your Facebook profile or Facebook page or group, and you must have to place a nice cover design in your profile or in your group or in your page. And in this lesson we will learn how you will create a cover design in Adobe Photoshop. So let's take a look. So at first we have to create a new document, and therefore we have to click in file menu, and from there we will go for new option, and we have to use 820 pixel for width and 312 pixel for height. As usual, we will put 300 pixel per inches for resolution, and color mode will be RGB color. So let me click OK. So here is our document, and we will create a cover design for Graphics Studio. So at first we have to create a triangle shape, and therefore we have to use a polygon tool. So where we will get the polygon tool? We will get polygon tool inside this rectangle tools. So you just have to right click on rectangle tools, then you will get this polygon tools. So we have to use this polygon tools, and we will not use any stroke, so please make sure you should select with no stroke option. So before that you have to make sure the slides number will be 3, and now we will create a triangle. Okay, looks good. And now we have to scale it. To scale this polygon shape we have to press Ctrl or Command T, and now we will scale it in here. Okay, looks good, and here is a tick mark. And right now we have to duplicate this layer. So to duplicate, you just have to right click on this polygon 1 layer, and then you will get the duplicate layer option. So let's write polygon 2 and let's click OK. We will rename it later, and we have to scale it properly. To scale we have to press Ctrl or Command T, and now we have to scale in here. Okay, looks good. And we will place this polygon 2 layer under the polygon layer 1. So let's place this polygon 2 layer in here. Okay, looks good. And now we have to duplicate this polygon 2 layer once again. So let's do that. We have to duplicate this layer. Let's write polygon 3, and let's click OK. And we have to scale it. To scale we have to press Ctrl or Command T, and let's place this layer on here. And we have to place this polygon 3 layer under polygon 2 layer. Okay, cool. To get a clear view, let's change the fill color for 3 polygonal shape, and to do that you just have to double click on this thumbnail of layer 3, and let's place any kind of color. We're placing the color for identifying the placement of shapes. So let's change the color for polygon 2. Let's put this one, and we can keep black for polygon 1. Okay, so our right part is done, and we will now work for left part. So we have to copy this polygon 3 layer. So let's copy this. So we have to duplicate this layer. So let's right click on here, and here is the duplicate layer option. We will write polygon 4, and we will use L, that means the left side. Okay, So we have to press Ctrl or Command T. Okay, looks good. And we have to duplicate this layer, and to do that we have to right click on here, and then we will go for duplicate layer option, and let's write polygon 5L. That means it will be placed in left side, and we have to scale it by pressing Ctrl or Command T, and we have to move this layer on here. Okay, looks good. And we have to place this polygon 5 layer under polygon layer 3, and we will place this polygon 4 layer under polygon layer 3. Okay, now it's placed serially. Now we will place images inside this polygonal shape. So at first we have to place an image inside this black polygonal shape. So using the move tool we have to select this black polygonal shape, and this is the layer for polygon 1. So at first we have to place an image. So let's click the file menu, and from there we will go for place embedded option. Inside our exercise file you will get this cover design folder, and inside the folder you will get the images. So at first we have to select this Zane Unsplash image. You just have to click on this image and then you have to click place. Okay, so here is the image, and let's reduce the opacity from here, and it will help us to scale the face properly inside the polygonal shape. So let's scale it. Okay, looks good. And now we will increase the opacity. So let's increase the opacity, and now we will create a clipping mask. To create a clipping mask you just have to right click on here, and then you will get this create clipping mask option. So you can take a look, this image is placed inside the polygonal shape, and right now we will add a stroke in this polygonal shape, and therefore we have to select this polygon 1 layer, and then we will go for effects option. So here is the effects option, and we will go for stroke option. So here is the stroke option. So here is the tab for creating our stroke. We have to make sure the position will be outside, and let's increase the stroke. So you can take a look, after increasing the size of stroke, here a stroke is applied, but we will not go for 18 pixel, we will go for 10 pixel. Okay, looks good. And we will not use the black color, so we will change the color. Let's change the color. Okay, so we will use this color, and let me click OK and OK. So you can take a look, a nice stroke is added, and right now we will convert this 2 layer into a smart object. So therefore we have to select both layers. So already polygon 1 layers is selected, and pressing Ctrl or Command button from your keyboard you just have to select this Zane Unsplash layer. So you can take a look, both layers are selected, and then you just have to right click on here, and then you just have to click convert to smart object option. So you can take a look, our both 2 layers are converted into smart object. So right now we have to fill all the polygonal shapes with the image. So let's do that. And using the move tool, let me select this right second polygonal shape, and the name of layer is Polygon Tool. So right now we will add another image inside this polygonal shape, and therefore we have to click file menu, and from there we will go for place embedded option, and we will use this Jeffrey Unsplash image. You just have to select this image and then you just have to click place. Okay, so here is our image, and we will place this image inside this polygonal shape. And to do that, we have to reduce the opacity. Okay, and now we will place this face inside this polygonal shape. Okay, looks good. And here is the tick mark. Let me click on this tick mark. And now we will increase the opacity. So here is the option for opacity, and we will place it for 100%. And we have to do the same things. We just have to create a clipping mask. To create a clipping mask, you just have to right click on here, and here is the option for create clipping mask. So it's done, and now we have to add a stroke for this Polygon 2 layers. So by selecting Polygon 2 layers, we have to click this effects option, and from there we will go for stroke option. We will place 10 pixel, but we will change the color. Okay, we will use this color, and let me click OK and OK. So let's add for the last one of right side. We have to select this layer, but before that we have to convert this layers into smart object like before. Okay, now we will work for Polygon 3 layers. So let's click the file menu, place embedded option, and we have to use this Isaac Unsplash image. So you just have to select this Isaac Unsplash, and let's click place. Let's scale it properly. Let me reduce the opacity, and let's place the image inside this polygon shape. Okay, let's let's increase the opacity level, and we have to create a clipping mask. Okay, and we have to add a stroke. So after selecting the Polygon 3 layer, we have to click this stroke option, and we will change the color. Okay, and we have to convert this 2 layer into smart object, and now we will work with the left part. So we have to select this Polygon 4, and then we have to click file menu, place embedded option, and we will go for Patrick Unsplash image. So let's reduce the opacity. Let's click OK. Let's increase the opacity, and now we will create the clipping mask. Okay, done. And now we will select the Polygon 4, and we will add a stroke. Now we will change the color. Let me click OK. Okay, and now we have to convert this 2-layer into smart object, and now we will work with the final one. So we have to select this one, and then we have to click file menu, place embedded option, and we have to select this Logan Unsplash image. So let's place it. Here is the image, and we have to reduce the opacity level. Okay, let's increase the opacity, and now we have to create clipping mask. Okay, done. And let's add stroke for Polygon 5 layer. Just we have to change the color. Okay. And now we have to convert this 2-layer into smart object. Okay, you can take a look. All the 5 polygonal shape filled by image, and we added stroke for each polygonal shape. And right now we will work with the next part. Now we have to select this background layer, and then we have to click file menu, and from there we will go for place embedded option, and we will use this natural light image. So you just have to select this natural light image, and then you have to click place. Okay, looks good. So we have to scale it properly, and we will place the image in here. Okay, looks good. And let me click this tick mark. Okay, and now we will work with the text part. So therefore we have to use the type tool. So here is the type tool, and we will use ethnocentric font. So here is the ethnocentric font, and we will change the color. We will not use this white color, we will use this color. Now let me click OK. Let's increase the size of font. Let's put for 30 point, and let's write Graphics Studio. Okay, it seems quite bigger, the size of font, so we have to reduce the font size. We have to select enter text, and let's go for 24 point, 18 point. I think 16 or 14 point will be better. Let's place for 14 point. Okay, and here is a tick mark. You just have to click on this tick mark, and now we have to scale it. To scale it, you just have to press Ctrl or Command T, and let's scale it properly. Okay, looks good, and let's click on this tick mark. So our most of the task is complete, and Graphics Studio is an organization, and this is a cover design for an organization. So we have to place some social media icons, and we have some free spaces in right side and left side. So we will place some social media icons in here. So let's add the social media icon, and we have to place it from our exercise file. So here is the file menu, and here is the place embedded option, and inside the cover design folder you will get this FB Instagram PNG image. You just have to select it, and you just have to click place. Okay, you can take a look, and we have to scale it properly. We have to scale this image properly. Okay, let's click this tick mark, and in the right side we will add Twitter and YouTube social media icon. So we have to click file menu, place embedded option, and inside the cover design folder you will get this Twitter and YouTube PNG image. So you just have to select it and you have to click place, and we have to place it in right side, and let's scale it properly. Okay, looks good, and let me click on this tick mark. So our cover design is complete, so it looks really beautiful, and this is how you will create a cover design in Adobe Photoshop. So see you in next lesson.